Hello, everyone, and welcome to the WMMA in Manhattan show here in WMA 5's Dawn of MMA Save here on the channel, as we have a interesting main event when you look at this card because, boy, is this timeline cursed when you think Vanderlei Silva versus Dan Henderson is not even the co-main event, let alone the main event. Crazy, absolutely crazy, but we have Matt Serra versus Mike Quick for the welterweight title, coming in at 170 as both guys. We'll see Matt Serra at 5'6" take on a 6'1" welterweight in Mike Swick. It's going to be an interesting one because you have a great Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu grappler in Matt Serra, and Mike Swick's a great little kickboxer in his own right. So this is going to be a very fun one. As far as from the analytical side of things, they are both undefeated. They're both 4-0. Matt Serra is 3-0 though, as far as he, of course, has beaten now Matt Hughes, he's beaten Frank Trigg, and he's beaten Egan Inoue, and also beat John Alessio in his UFC bout. He hasn't had a bad fight yet in the save. It's kind of crazy. He's had 4 finishes, 2 knockouts, and 2 submissions. You'd figure it'd be all submissions the way he fights, but man, he's been knocking fuckers out. He's been getting submission wins. He's been great out there, but Mike Swick, 4-0. His one win came over Dennis Hallman, which it was a split decision win, which is still kind of hilarious how a guy that wins by split decision against Dennis Hallman, who was not a top 5 ranked opponent or anything. Really, this came down to opportunity, and as far as really how early on Matt Serra has been kind of clearing out some of the division early on, to where we need a new opponent for him. We need to give him a guy that's a little different than some of the guys he's already fought. A bigger, more accomplished kickboxer in Swick. I think it's going to be an interesting one, and I think that's why the betting line has him as only a slight favorite. He is ranked 3rd, so at least he is ranked pretty high for this bout. I believe Matt Hughes is ahead of him, but that's it. And this is a fun fight as far as stylistically. Styles clashing affair. It's going to be an interesting one. And it's, Swick is 20 years old, too, which is crazy. Of course, he ends up being, of course, a tough one guy a couple of years down the line. Shows you that he was even good at such a young age. Nate Marcotte and Kyoshi Tamura is our co-main event. Nate the Great Marcotte, 4-0 as well, as far as our third 4-0 guy. He's taking on Kyoshi Tamura, though, a vet who has, he was 3-2 in ONE FC before he left. He's been in Pancrase for a hot minute. He came back to fight Murilo Bustamante for us, doing a nice little favor after beating Vitor Belfort, too, which was insane. He, of course, got choked out to Murilo Bustamante, but he had a good effort, though, against Bustamante. He's just a tough guy to put away. This is definitely a fight that I think is very winnable for him. I think they're kind of cutting him. I wouldn't say they're kind of piping up Nate Marcotte because of just how young he is and how, he's been on a tear, but I just think it's going to be a lot closer than minus 380 as far as a favorite for Marcotte, where he's the clear favorite. His wins haven't been crazy. Like, the Eric Paulson win, he knocked him out, but it wasn't a great fight by any means. Alex Stiebling, who knows how he's going to play out yet. Again, a lot of these wins over younger guys, and that's one of them, for sure. But, he's got good size. Of course, another guy, that tough one guy, as far as Nate Marcotte. And he, right now, taking on a very tough Kyoshi Tamura. I think it's going to be a good fight, though. I really do. I think it's going to be a good little fight. Both good grapplers. I just think it's a lot closer to what the betting line has it as. We'll see, though. Of course, this fight. Vanderlei Silva, Dan Endo Henderson, the Axe Murderer, and Dan Henderson. Crazy. Crazy, this fight. It's crazy, too. They've already fought, as far as, Dan Henderson. This is his 5th one fight. I feel like we just signed him, and he's already on his 5th fight, but this is minus 110 both ways. Yeah, this is a fucking flip of the coin. This is a crazy-ass fight. Dan Henderson and Vanderlei Silva just makes sense to make. Of course, he just fought Chuck, which that's a hell of a debut to fight Chuck Liddell. Oh, not a debut. His first title fight, rather, excuse me. Yeah, he already debuted in 97. He fought Ensign, Inoue, and then he fought Manoa, and then he, kind of was elsewhere. He fought in M1, he fought in Pancrase, and we brought him back. And, man, just crazy that he was knocking dudes out, getting submissions. He was not going the distance in any of these fights. Kind of crazy. His longest fight is 6 minutes. That's wild. That's the longest he's been in there for. And yeah, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me one bit if this does not make it out of the first round. These guys hit fucking hard. Dan Anderson is coming off a win over Mario Sparrow, so at least he's got that going for him. Jeremy Horn loss is not bad now, looking at that, because Jeremy Horn is now the champ, and Sakuraba was on a nice little run during the 98, 97 years. You can't really hold that against him too much, but maybe just him losing via submission twice is not great, and both by rear naked choke. But he, bounced back against a great grappler, and Mario Sparrow knocked him out too. Yeah, he's a guy, obviously, we know how great Dan Anderson is. We don't need to hype him up. It's just kind of wild that he's already 29, of course, compared to some of these other guys that have debuted, and, he's a little on the older side, but that motherfucker hits hard, and he can win a fight in an instant with those goddamn hands. Same thing, of course, for Vanderlei Silva. Very fun fight. There probably will be the fight of the night. Masatori Suda versus Yuki Kondo, the two Japanese artists here fighting, Japanese martial artists rather, as they are both middleweights, but of course for Yuki Kondo, a clear favorite at minus 730, Jesus Christ, which is insane since Yuki Kondo had a rough run in ONE FC. That was a bit of a fucking tongue twister, Jesus. But yeah, he lost to Egan Inoue, Walid Ismaili, and Macaulay Yuki. Not great talents by any means. I just think he was still young in his career. But now, he's went away. He's fought a lot of local shows. He's fought in IVC before they closed up shop. And yeah, I mean, the one kind of tough loss was Jorge Pantino. But he did beat Jose Landy Jones, who's a very good fighter to beat. That's definitely his best win. To see what he's going to do against somebody like Masatori Suda, who has done well here in ONE FC. I mean, he just beat Evan Tanner. He beat Travis Luter before that, too. Two fights I did not think he was going to win, especially the Travis Luter fight. He was a plus 300 underdog in that fight. I believe he was an underdog in the Evan Tanner fight at plus 300 as well. So he's used to being the underdog. However, this is a huge gap from, plus 300. It's like, yeah, I mean, he's got a tough time out there, but it's not a fucking miracle. This would be a miracle, damn near, if he beats Yuki Kondo. That would be very impressive. Both guys, though, as far as stylistically, you got the Kimbo Karate style and the Judokan style of Yuki Kondo against the Shudo style of Masatori Suda, who is also kind of more of a well-rounded guy, but a little bit more on the grappling end. So if it does go to the ground, I think he's got the bit of an edge over Yuki Kondo, but stand-up-wise, I would have to go with Yuki Kondo. I mean, Takada Dojo versus Arrested Tokyo, that's a very fun fight. We'll see how that one plays out. As, yeah, that's opening up the main card as well. Now, welterweight prelim main event, Pat Miletich and Akira Gono. Crazy, these two have 2-4 records in ONE FC. That shows you how great the one welterweight division is. These two have fought before, though. They fought in Osaka, Japan. And it was in April of 97. Gono won by unanimous decision. An interesting fight, to be honest here, because Gono at minus 440, you figured he, of course, coming off of that win already in the past, it would be basically the same. But I don't know, though. I mean, 97, it feels like it was not that long ago, but it really is when you look at how many fights he's had. And he's on a 2-fight losing streak. He lost to Trigg by majority of decision, and he lost to Hayato Sakura by unanimous decision. So very tough losses there for Pat Miletich. Coming in, beating Jason Von Flue, big win. Especially with how he was doing in ONE FC, where he could not really buy a win. His only win was Shoni Carter before that. It's an interesting one. For sure, because at one point he was having good to great fights with pretty much everybody besides Eric Martin. Now he's had 2 decent fights in a row. I think he'll break that streak, though, and get a win here. I really do. I think he's got what it takes wrestling-wise to get it done. But who knows? Again, I thought he had what it takes last time around. But Gono was the man who got it done. He's still 25, too. Just crazy how young Akira Gono was when he started. Fun fight, though. We'll see how that rematch plays out. And for this one, the 2 Dutch kickboxers, the Hurricane Gilbert Yvel and Valentin Overeem, the Python Overeem, as, of course, he lost in his debut, and then he immediately was signed up to Pride. He lost to Heath Herring, and I was like, well, let's get him out of here. We weren't going to match his offer or anything at that point because we couldn't sign him exclusively. Then he lost to Marco Huas and TK, which is crazy to lose to Tsuyoshi Kosaka, because Kosaka's not that great, unfortunately. But he has gotten some wins. I mean, he beat Dan Severn, which even though Dan Severn at this point in 2000, he's up there. He's definitely up there in age. But it's still, he finished him too as well in the third round. He's got 2 wins, 2 good fights too, performance-wise. You never know. You never know. But yeah, I mean, he is the slight favorite. Yaival 3-5. Obviously, the record's not great, especially losing to Ogawa. That was crazy. But that was a crazy fight too. I will give him that. The Bolander loss too was pretty crazy, and that was an icon. That wasn't even for us. Yeah, Simi Schildt's the better fighter, so that one wasn't. But he did knock out Gary Goodrich. Again, he's got power to get it done. That's crazy. He went from, well, the 21 minutes though, an icon. Obviously, that would have gone into the third round here. Other than that, oh no, then Hans Niemann, this was 14 minutes as well, so that would have went into the second round at least. But that, I mean, so far, that's his longest fight has definitely been his last one. So that would have been about 27 minutes of fighting at that point. So he's just come off his longest performance as well. Still 23 years old. A lot of these guys are just so fucking young. Both guys are 23. Interesting fight. For sure, rather, Jesus. As Dean Thomas taking on Mikey Burnett. Of course, Dean Thomas coming back down from welterweight to lightweight for the one-time welterweight fight to do us a favor against Carl Student. He didn't lose to Takanori Gomi. Tough guy, though, was Takanori Gomi, so you can't hold that against him. But his first win was against Mikey Burnett, and it was a split decision win now. So now we get a rematch where both guys kind of need a win. Dean Thomas on a 2-fight losing streak. Mikey Burnett has lost so many fights besides the Colin Mansour win. But again, he has not had a bad fight besides the Dean Thomas win. So that's, or loss, rather, excuse me. So it's kind of hard to cut a guy when you know he's going to go out there and put on a great fight. Especially the guys he's fought. Like, he's fought everybody in the lightweight division that we have had. He's fought former champs. He's fought future champs, potentially, with someone like Yves Edwards or even Dean Thomas. He's a bad man. He's a bad man. He just keeps getting, caught in submissions, really. He's lost Kimura, rear naked choke, Americana. He has been finished a couple of times. He just got knocked out by Jens Pulver, which was tough. Jens Pulver's got some hands, though, so you can't hold that really against him. But not a great fight for Mikey Burnett, I think, because it's a minus 110 favorite. I mean, I just don't think he's going to lose this one. I really don't. Though I think Mikey Burnett, he needs this one maybe a little bit more than Dean Thomas. And I think coming in, though he does not have a team, I think that will hurt him, though. So maybe that will be the difference maker, is him not having a team. And our opening fight, this is a hell of a fight, actually. Chris Lytle and Jason Von Flue, Livewire, Jason Von Flue and Chris Lights Out Lytle. Very fun fight here. Obviously, Chris Lytle's a guy that's got all the tools. Great stand-up guy, great jiu-jitsu. He's perfect for what's going on in the welterweight division. Now, he just lost to Tetsuji Kato in January. But Kato's a savage, so you can't really hold that against him either. AKA guy as well, so he's training in a great gym. But Jason Von Flue, jiu-jitsu-wise, insane. Insane. I thought he was going to beat Pat Miletich, and it's kind of crazy he went a split decision win over Shoney Carter. And if I remember that fight, he came back from a broken nose in that fight and bounced back, which was crazy. Didn't get a submission either, which is crazy, but he was getting some takedowns and doing his thing. Of course, 5 for 7 on takedowns. We'll see what he can do against someone like Chris Lytle, because, Lytle's a bad man. That is for sure. So as far as from the analytical side of things, Matt Serra and Mike Quickswick, if Serra does make a successful defense, this will be a new record for the belt. So he's got that on the line. It's the third time he's made a minute as well. But Swick with a 9-inch reach advantage. That is crazy. We knew it was going to be a crazy reach with how the height difference was. 9 inches is crazy, especially with how great of a stand-up guy he is. If he's able to utilize that, keep him at range, make sure he doesn't get close enough to grapple, it's going to be a long night for Matt Serra, if he can't get a hold of him. But, of course, for Swick, If he does, it's going to be a pretty fatal mistake if he does get taken down. Nate, the great Mark Kyoshi Demora. Mark is not a clear-cut favorite, though, tonight on the Black Cats Epics. There is one person backing Demora, so I'm glad somebody's got some faith in him. It old Matt there. Then the Axe Murderer, Vanderlei Silva, Dan Endo Anderson. Vanderlei coming in off of finishing 4 his last 5 opponents. First time they fought, I mean, flip a fucking coin. They got Vanderlei's ahead on the Black Cat Stat picks 4-3, but that's an insane fight. I can't wait for it. Yuki Kondo, Matsui Suda. Kondo was finished 4 his last 5 opponents. Kondo trains at Perez to Tokyo, which Suda is 1-0 against other current members of that team. Yuki Kondo, again, it's a large margin favorite. Again, the betting lines, some of these betting lines have been pretty crazy for us. This one, I think, is one of those where it's a little too over on the Yuki Kondo side. I just think it's going to be a lot closer. And then Akihiro Gono, the Magic Man, Akihiro Gono, taking on the Croatian sensation, Pat Miletic. As, yeah, they fought on the prelims of 1 in Osaka 2 back in 1997, and here again. This time, though, on the main card. And we'll see how Gono does against somebody like Pat Miletic. Yeah, I feel like Pat's gotten better. Gono, I feel like, has regressed, weirdly enough. We'll see, though, how that plays out. Oh, no, it's not the main card. Yeah, the main card opener is Suda and Yuki Kondo. It's the prelim main. I don't know why it's the main card. As far as for this fight, though, wow, the only thing that's just like, yep, they fought once before. Or the first time they fought, rather, excuse me. It's a close one. I mean, same height, same age, or no, I think Overeem's taller. Yeah, by an inch. But same height, or same age, same area. 2 Dutch kickboxers. Very fun fight. Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun to see. Dean Thomas, Mike Burnett. Wow, yeah, he had a 6-inch reach advantage. I figured he had a reach advantage in their first fight, because he usually does. Dean Thomas is such a tough fighter to figure out with how his arms are. I mean, he's a absolute freak of nature physically, and anytime he's in there with his reach advantage like that, it's tough to put a guy like that away. We'll see if he can get it done this time as a clear finish, but they all are backing Mike and Burnett for the most part, 5-2. Paul and Michael backing Dean Thomas, and Chris Lytle, Jason Von Flue. Yeah, Von Flue's got the reach advantage, but Chris Lytle's the better striker. He's a big favorite tonight, which I get, because he's a little bit more well-rounded than Jason Von Flue, but if he locks in a Von Flue choke, it's over. There's no way Lytle's going to get out of that. He's a bad man. It's all Jason Von Flue on the mat. And Kyle Crisp is our referee for this one, and here we go. Already Lytle comes in with a nice jab and a right hook off the counter. It's already the counter striking. Playing evident here, and Lytle caught him with a crunching right hook. This is the type of striking he can do, and already got him in a corner. He's in trouble. Yeah, 1-2 here from Lytle. Nice straight right hand. Boy, oh boy, jabs to the body, right hook. Caught him. Oh my lord, body kick now. He's in the pocket again. He's just hitting body shots now. Chris Lytle's in a bad... he is just a bad man. But he's got him caught in a trip. Takedown attempt. Oh, no. Lytle blocked it. I thought Von Flue was going to somehow pull out of it, and now he's caught in the Muay Thai clinch. Oh, boy. Well, he got him with a knee, but it didn't have any power behind it to the ribs. Glancing elbow strike. Trying to break it. Trying to get him in the corner. Yeah, just left hand, right hand, left hand. Oh, jab, nice. Straight right hand, lands hard. He's doing the thing, man. I mean, he is just outstriking him to death, piecing him up. But Von Flue's tough. We saw him come back with a broken nose in his fight with Shoney Carter, and he might have to do something like that tonight. I mean, he's getting pieced up to the body. He's getting pieced up with these 1-2s. Von Flue avoids both those, though, and now he went for a sharp hook to the body, but that's off target as well. Now he got him into a clinch to end out the round. Obviously, Von Flue's going to take him down, because striking-wise, he's getting absolutely fucking demolished. I don't know if he's landed really anything striking-wise, compared to obviously what Lytle's been doing. Nice 1-2 there. Got the takedown. So there we go. Oh, but he got a guillotine on the way down. Didn't get it, though. Pulled his head out of it. And now an armbar from the bottom. Interesting. Lytle's been throwing out some submissions. I don't know if it's more of a desperation thing or what it is. Oh, wow. He actually fucking swept him. What is going on with Jason Von Flue? I mean, that is crazy. Lytle should not have been the better grappler out of that exchange. If they take him down again, now does Von Flue. And again, going for the armbar for the bottom. It's crazy. I don't know how Von Flue is not getting him exactly where he needs to be in that side control. And now they stand him up, but again, well, here now Von Flue's getting his takedown, so we're seeing that. Obviously, if he can get... Oh, they got side control, so here we go. This is exactly what he wants. Trying to get something going. No, not going to happen. Interesting second round. A great comeback round for Von Flue. He still got pieced up pretty badly, but if he has another round or two like that, it's going to be tough to not give him a nod, at least, potentially, on how he does in this fight. But now Lytle's trapped against the ropes. Got the takedown. He's 4 for 6 on takedowns. He missed with the trip in the first round. Gets a double underhook, controlling him well, trying to pass. It's a scramble. Lytle's already up first, but he's quickly driven up against the ropes. Now Von Flue's getting tired, though, so this is going to be a great test of both guys here. Oh, my Lord. Caught him right on the jaw. Right hook. Somehow. There we go, as I say, it drops him. Is Lytle going to finish this fight now? We're looking for the Kimura. Oh, never mind. I thought he had the Kimura. He popped out of it. Yeah, I mean, now he's going for mount. Oh, boy, Kimura again. That ain't happening. Both guys are tired, though, and they stand him back up. So he caught him, and he dropped him. Wow, he probably broke his jaw again. That's crazy. And he's getting fucked up again. Please stop the fight. Jesus Christ. I mean, Jason Von Flue, he's one tough fucker, though. Maybe another broken jaw. Re-broke it. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. And, man, he didn't even drop. Like, he was still upright. Getting just pieced up. What a win, though, for Chris Lytle. And here we go. Our second fight. Mike Burnett, Dean Thomas, the rematch. Burnett with a 1-2 doesn't land either blow. Dean Thomas is going to grab him. Oh, wow, actually stops the, dragging him down from his, from the clinch. And now he's taking control of the grapple. Now he's going to slam him. Holy shit, Mike Burnett. Getting after it. Oh, boy. Well, till he got scrambled and gave up his back. Now he's got both looks in. That's got to be it. Yep. Dean Thomas making short work. There we go. That's how I figured the first fight would go. Great stuff there. Yeah, just Mike Burnett's submission defense, and a lot of times he just makes a lot of bonehead plays on the mat that cost him dearly, and that was one of them. So now we'll see the two Dutch kickboxers. I don't think we're going to see a takedown tonight. But here we go. Wow, kind of crazy that they both weighed in the same, but Yvel's putting a little extra. Overeem comes in with the takedown. Got him. Wow. Well, never mind. Literally, beginning of the fight, he shot in for a takedown and got it. Definitely did not expect that one bit. And we're seeing leg lock attempts. Kind of crazy that Yvel's stopping these as well. Oh my God, though. Overeem with a beautiful head kick. Rocked him. Dropped him with a flying knee. Oh my Lord. Yvel is the one, actually. Oh my God, I thought it was Overeem who caught him with a head kick. Oh no, he did. That's fucking nuts. He was hurt and then threw a flying knee. Oh no, he eats a... Why does it say that he's dead? Oh my God. Crazy. Crazy, yeah, I was thinking... Oh no, yeah, Yvel's... Oh my God, I'm an idiot. Yeah, Yvel is down. He gets the win with a TKO. What a crazy win. I had no idea what was happening there for a minute. I was just like, oh my God. He caught him. And I thought for sure it was Overeem who threw the head kick, and Yvel countered with like a flying knee out of desperation and caught him. But no, he caught him with a head kick, then he flying kneed him, and then finished the fight. Crazy win for Gilbert Yvel. And a great first round finish. Gets the win there and on to the prelim main. We've been seeing some crazy fights already. And some two quick finishes back to back. And here comes a nice right cross here from Akira Gono, who's pieced him pretty good striking-wise, which is interesting again. I mean, he is a good kickboxer, but I mean, Pat Miller's just got some good boxing. But he's getting pieced up pretty badly, like there. Gets countered with a great right hook. Either fighter can land that below. Yeah, trying to get... Oh my Lord. Caught him with a crunching straight right on the jaw. Rocked him. Dropped him. Gonna hammer fist him. Not getting it. Gonna go for mount to scramble. So Miletich hangs on, but he's in deep trouble 5 minutes into this fight. Trying to get side control. Scramble immediately. Looking for the guillotine. Wow. That would have been crazy. Keeps him, got him in tight still, peppering with short strikes. Gono's trying to sweep him. Oh, wow, he does so. Passes guard, loses control momentarily, and now it's a scramble, but Gono's back on his back here, pulling guard. Not looking great. Not looking great for Pat Miletich, but now he's in control. He's shoulder smashing him. At least he's doing that. He's looking good there. And Gono's getting tired. Wildly enough. To get tired so quickly in this fight, not a great idea. Oh, slammed it on his hands and knees. Wow, Pat Miletich, there we go. He came back after getting dropped. It's a good round. Good round. Oh boy, what a left hand to the body kick from Gono. He's going for the big time shots, and I think it's going to lead to Miletich for a chance to maybe get up close and grapple. But he gets caught with a counter here with a leg kick. He avoids the big right, does Miletich, and again, Gono's trying to do some counter strikes, trying to make it to where he's feet one way, and he's going to catch him with a counter strike. But there's a right cross from Miletich. Now he's just kind of leg kicking him. Oh boy. Miletich here with a vicious right cross off the counter. Dropped him. Looking to finish the fight. And he does. Great win for Pat Miletich. What a great comeback. And a hell of a fight as well. That's exactly the type of talent that Pat Miletich can display. Great to see him get this win here. And now we're on to the main card. Matsunori Suda and Yuki Kondo. Kyle Crisp, our referee for this one. Here we go. Slightly in and out of range is Sudo. Looking for that chance to dart in, but he caught him with a right hook. There, Yuki Kondo. Kondo with a nice jab and a low kick. Nice right cross. Yuki Kondo, there we go. We're seeing why he was such a dominant betting line favorite. He has pieced him up extremely well. Caught him with a straight right. Did Suda, though. And now here we go. This is where we thought Suda had a chance. But that ain't happening. Kondo stops it. And now he's got him up against the ropes. Got him up against the ropes here. Suda with a couple of small punches to the ribs, though, at least. Oh, elbow to the face. Knee strike to the thigh. Yeah, Suda's getting pieced up pretty badly here. Still got him up against the ropes. There we go. Finally, they separate him and caught him with a straight right here. Left hand from Suda. Right hook from Kondo. They are trading hooks. Kondo getting tired, though. Yeah, I mean, he's been putting in a lot of effort in this first round. Oh, Suda comes in again, trying to take him down. Not happening. Kondo doesn't get it. But Suda gets this takedown. It finally trips him. And we'll see how Suda can do on top here. If he can do anything, really. But no, it doesn't look like it. If he can get a takedown earlier on in the round, watch out. This could be a huge upset. The way the betting line had it as. But there's a right cross from Kondo. Right hook again. I just don't think he's going to have enough in the tank to hit Suda like this and keep it up. Like, if he's hitting very, very hard. But Suda's still keeping it going. Straight right hand. Suda avoids the big right. 1-2 from Kondo. And there we go. He clinches with him. Looking to suck him into this guard, which he does. Armbar from the bottom. That would have been crazy, but he didn't get it. Looking for it again. Blocked it as well. Yeah, I mean, again, the arm bars from the bottom, not great. Kondo now looking for a takedown. Interesting. So now he's kind of maybe out of desperation. He got him against the ropes. Oh, there we go. He took him down. Now that's a scramble already, though. Oh, and he ends up losing out in the scramble. Again, Suda's grappling is much better. We're seeing it here. Still a half of the fight left, and I think Matsunori Suda's got a really good shot of getting something going. If he gets this takedown here, oh, damn, no, he blocked it. That's crazy. And now Kondo's in control of the grapple. That was huge. Probably won him the fight potentially here, the way this is going. Nice shot to the ribs, a nice to the head here with some short punches. Kyle Crisp again separating him. Suda, though, gets this takedown. This is what you don't want. 7 minutes on your back. Suda is inside control arm triangle. Not happening, no. Kimura, there we go. Here we go. That's why we made this fight. We believed in Matsunori Suda. We believed in his submission ability, and he gets it done tonight. And Yuki Kondo, boy. That one, you definitely got to look yourself in the mirror and be like, well, why was I such a big betting line favorite? He's kind of doomed to fail in that one. So our ringside judges there is Gregory C. James Stewart, Morecamp, and Kevin Burns. For these two middleweights to come and collide, or two cruiserweights rather, not middleweights. Yeah, they're coming in at 205 each, and boy, whoever lands this big time shot first is probably getting the win. But we're not seeing the big shots landing. I think both guys respect each other striking a little too much. There's a left hook off the counter, so we see Vanderlei get something going. Oh, caught him. Here comes Henderson with the right cross. That was good shit. Henderson with the counter jab. That's the thing with these two. Oh, there we go. Dan Henderson changes up. I was about to say, that striking-wise, it's a bit of a stalemate. Whoever hits it the hardest and knocks each other out. But Dan Henderson definitely has the wrestling advantage, and we see it there. Vanderlei trying to scramble. Oh, wow. Silva's actually on top of Vanderlei. Of course, boy Thai fighting, not really known for his grappling or anything like that, and he's trying to pass guard. And Anderson tries to... Oh, he's left turtled up. That's not good. Oh, my lord. He soccer kicked him. Oh, my lord. Well, that was crazy. Yeah, Vanderlei just pulled out the axe murderer. That's why he is who he is. That was crazy. To scramble and be like, you know what? I'm going to kick this fucker right in the face. And he sure did. Jesus Christ. What a win. And he wants Vitor Belfort. That, again, that's a crazy-ass fight. He will destroy him. That's insane. That's some bad blood there. By the sounds of it, as our co-main event, Nate the Great Marcotte. Kiyoshi Tamura already gets this takedown, and that's exactly why we made this fight. We figured he would be a good wrestler for Nate Marcotte. And so far, he has been in complete control. And, Nate Marcotte's in trouble. And you're looking for a scramble? Oh, he's actually up first, but Tamura's already back up to quickly grab him and gets... oh my god, he suplexed him. Jesus Christ. Holy shit. That was nuts. And yeah, Marcotte's got side control off of the suplex. That was insane. Marcotte just said, fuck this shit. I'm slamming your ass on the mat. What a way to come back and at least try to avenge this round. Tamura, if he would have got that takedown, he might have been in clear control of this fight, but it's looking to be a little bit more 50-50 now. Nice spinning back kick to the chest from Marcotte. Now they caught him with a right hook. Tamura's not getting these takedowns, but he's going to get this one, though. Wow, he still doesn't get this one either. That's a great round for Marcotte. Tamura's shooting for these takedowns, but he's not getting them anymore. And this is going to be great for Marcotte if he can piece him up, which he's doing now. Right cross lands. Caught him wide with a jab, so he was able to follow up with a right hook. Yeah, Marcotte starting to get tired. Obviously, he's throwing a lot of big-time shots. He's having to use a lot of, of his energy to stop these takedowns. He's going to get this one. Oh, my God, Tamura. He had the one takedown, and that's it. There we go. He finally got him here. And oh, wow, he's actually in full guard now. Looking to pass. Yeah, he's not able to pass, but he's in full guard. Marcotte might be able to do something. Oh, he gets swept. Holy shit. But he gets the takedown. Yeah, he's got a gas tank on him. And that's one way to win these rounds, is if you're somebody like Tamura who has a catch wrestling background. Oh, they scramble. Wow, that's crazy. He had to mount for a second. But he can take you down, or at least shoot for takedowns all fight long. That's a long time to do that for 40 minutes. The third round, it's interesting. Marcotte has landed some big shots, but Tamura's gotten some takedowns. He's looked good at times. Nice straight right hand. He's at the takedown to Tamura. It's a scramble already, though. Tamura's able to get side control, though, off the scramble, so ends up winning that one, basically. Went from mount, tries to fight it off, another scrambling again. They both end up standing. So now we're back to standing, and this is exactly what Marcotte needs. But Tamura, again, trying to get a takedown, gets him against the ropes. Can't take him down. Pulls him into a tight clinch, but he ends up taking him down anyways. This is not great. Oh, wow. I'm surprised he didn't get that armbar, to be honest. And now he's going for mount. Oh, my lord. Yep, he got him. That is why we made that fight. Kiyoshi Tamura's wrestling is very good. I thought it was much better than Marcotte's, and we proved that to be evident here tonight. That's a great win for Kiyoshi Tamura. Bounce him back, getting a win at 190, of course, a middleweight fight, and And things have connected to Kata Dojo. On our main event, low welterweight fight with a 9-inch reach advantage. The challenger, rather, Jesus, is looking to be 5-0. The battle for the first man to reach 5-0 between these two. It ends tonight. As Matt Serra, of course, the East Meadow, New York native. This is a huge fight to be fighting in Manhattan like this. Here we go. Some strikes already landing from Swick. Kind of left as a connect from Serra. Yeah, this is what exactly we thought was going to happen. Swick, though, pressuring him, putting a lot of, taking away the space, which is kind of crazy, having such a reach advantage and fighting this close. But he comes the 1-2 there. It's working, for sure, because he is fucking him up. Straight right hand again lands. Nice right hand that lands hard after the jab. Back into the pocket. Body kick. Right cross. Now Serra gets a hold of him, though, and that's exactly what he needs. He trips him. He's got him with a knee just above the hip. Now look for Mount. Oh, boy. Yeah, he's in deep, deep trouble here. Grounded and pounding. Oh, my Lord. Gives up his back. It's exactly what he wants because he's going to rear naked choke his ass right now after this body triangle. Yeah, great win from Matt Serra. Exactly what he needed to do. Once he got that takedown, it was a wrap for Mike Swick. But again, the kickboxing's there. It's just Matt Serra's one of the best grapplers in the world. And he's proven it again and again with this win in submission victory in the first round. Textbook stuff there from Matt Serra. Gets the one for the arena. And a hell of a show. We had a lot of great fights tonight. We had some great fights all around. Had the one decent fight with Suda and Yuki Kano. I'm very pleased with that one. Yeah, increased our popularity in every region we aired. Good shit. As, performance bonus from Serra, Tamura, Vandalay. Nah, probably not Suda, even though he shouldn't have been such a heavy underdog, really. Yeah, Yaival was crazy. Lytle was great tonight. Yeah, that seems fair. Wow, we actually spent a lot of money that show. We were pretty generous with some of these as far as bonuses, but I felt like it was deserved. It was a great show. Great card. And we'll catch you guys next time now, as we'll be in Jersey. So we're only going from state to state, it looked like, going from New York to New Jersey. As we will catch you guys for June in Jersey next time. Take care, everyone.